Hello, how are you? I hope you are doing well. It's another beautiful day. Today, we are having it in the shadows, kind of like, you know, in the shadows, like when you are having, discussion by the fireplace, but this happens to be with the situation of the reality, and today, our discussion, it's going to be um, on the crime that we have around our society, the criminology, things that it's growing within the youths and stuff and what have you, and when people um, criminality with religion and what have you and stuff like that. So let's discuss that. I always talk about one or two things every discussion. You see that I'm not really pleased with the things that it's happening, with the banditry, kidnapping and terrorism and stuff like that. It hurts because many families, millions of families are affected in Africa, and the discussion actually, it's surrounded around our consciousness and faith and the corruptions that we all have within our region. We have to, as youths, differentiate, things that really bothers us, because poverty, it's number one. And then, when people go into crime, they shouldn't back it up with anything. Don't back it up because of this and that and that and that. Don't back it up with anything. Just when you go into crime, you go into crime. So let's go by our socialization and stuff on social media. My experiences and stuff that I've been seeing and stuff, and I have been connecting and understanding and digesting. You see people come on social media, they make it like it's their own responsibility, or they are the law, the enforcer, the judge. They enforce everything at once. They make you know that they are the ones to control you, or they are the ones to show you what is done, or they are even God. And that's why sometimes I even have one or two things saying that no man or woman can ever be God. Everyone is in the battles of his survival. Everybody is out here trying to survive and make the best of what his life it's all about. So how do we get into all these things that has to do with our criminality in our society today? People going into terrorism, people going into banditry, kidnapping and stuff. Mostly youths with innovative minds to go and create great things for themselves and their family, to look upon and to put it in a gold plate and say, my son or my daughter was a genius. But rather, criminality has taken over and has affected many people's family in a different dimension. So when we interact and we discuss, it helps allow people to understand, digest, and help us, better our society. That's what socialization is all about in social media platforms. So let's make use of it wisely. So social media has helped also generated crime. It has also helped prevented. It has also helped, solve crime, So let's discuss that, because it has affected many families. Some don't want to discuss about it. Some have gone crazy. Some have gone mad. Some are in emotional distress. Some are in trying times and stuff like that. There are people now in the war zones or around the war area that they can't even fast because of the trauma or the psychological impact, or they don't even have anything to eat, because I've met some people that have discussed. They say they can't even fast because they don't have anything to eat, So, and then you might have somebody come in to judge them. Why won't you fast? Why won't you fast when you don't have anything to eat? You're not in the best place to judge anybody, So I decided to discuss this issue because I see it that people make it upon their will to reach out to you negatively. You know, some, they just come, and then some will say, don't mind them, don't mind them. How won't you mind them when our soldiers are out there fighting wars? You know, we should also try to make sure that our mindset is on the positive track and stuff like that, you know. But why won't you mind them? We should always, you know, see the warning signs, the red flags and stuff. You know, people say negative people or haters and stuff, they're going to do away with it. They're going to, you know, they are getting better in their hate. So sometimes you have to mind them. When people say haters, just forget about haters. Why are you also answering them and stuff? You know, because some people are that sick, and that's how developed country, they keep tabs at these symptoms as these signs and stuff. We don't keep tabs on these symptoms and signs. We ignore them, and that's why they become great terrorists, good kidnappers, good bandits and stuff, good drug addicts and what have you. So we must learn to keep a note on signs and stuff like that, so we can help our society better. You know, you can't just keep ignoring all these red flags and stuff. Yes, blog app is one of the most best things, the most beautiful things that has ever been created. But at the same time, when social media platform was done, but at the same time, we must learn to look at the red signs to help ourselves better our society, so we don't expose our children or our loved ones or anyone to all this, you know, violent behaviors and stuff like that, you know, because you never know when your son or daughter might be hooked on these things, and oh, it's new. I've never seen this kind of character. I've never seen this kind of behavior. Let me pick this thing. I like it, you know, and before you know, you have a son or you have a daughter that's probably a criminal, you know. So keep tabs on this criminal attitudes, behavior, and that's why sometimes I speak about it, and that's why sometimes I, you know, I share and stuff like that, you know, because that's how it starts. They always want to flex their muscles from little to bigger, you know. So always keep tabs on this illnesses, ill characters and stuff like that. It's very, very important you activate your conscience, you know. Ramadan, like I always say, is the month of consciousness. So try to activate your conscience, you know, all along. Don't be, you know, if it doesn't hurt me, it doesn't bother me. Don't have this I don't care attitude. I don't care attitude is how we found ourselves in this kind of mess, you know. Developed country don't have this I don't care attitude, you know, and we have to find a way to develop ourselves, both our mind and our environment. It's very important, you know. In the holy books, I've never seen where harassing people, bullying people, or forcing people or hurting people has ever in the history of mankind been legalized or been accepted as a godly way. It's in the book that I read and stuff that I understand. I've read other books and stuff. I've never seen those kind of things. So it's haram to hurt anyone, to terrorize anyone, to insult even anyone. Just like that, you just go insulting people. So when I see all those ill characters and stuff, you know, it allows me to process things and to share. You have no business going on anybody's pages to insult, let alone force yourself on someone to accept what you want the person to do. It's haram. So that's how terrorism was created, you know, forcing people, you know, and that's how you activated military code and you activated security code, the nation security code, and then we have this mess ongoing. So when you come on social media trying to force yourself on people, remember you are having an indirect terrorism act. So terrorism is haram. To terrorize anybody in any religion is haram. It's haram. God that created gave us a caution. And there's a verse that says, you practice your religion and I practice my religion. So it didn't tell you to force someone to practice your religion. It didn't force you, you know. And sometimes I make it very clear, you know, I accept everybody on my page or religion and stuff like that, because social media, it's not just for one religion. And when you go into social media, you don't go forcing people. Don't go forcing people. Then you become an online terrorist or online bully or online harasser. And go and look at the laws on terrorism. Go and look at the laws on bullying. Go and look at the laws on harassing. You know, and go and look at your book on that. You know, the book that you worship. Which verse says that you should be a terrorist? Which verse says that you should be bullied? Which verse says that you should harass people? It's haram. In all the books, in the Bible, in the Jew, you know, in the Quran, there's no place that it says that you are free to go and harass people or bully people, you know, or insult people. It says peace, tolerance, patience. And when you go into criminality, you lack peace, you lack tolerance, you lack patience. There's nothing that defines jihad as you fighting for yourself to be a better person. That's the title of jihad. So when people use religion in a negative way, it paints a lot of people in a negative dimension. And then when people support or they are misled, it creates the vacuum of criminality in our society because people are confused. So let's get one thing straight. No religion on earth, even if you worship the stone or worship the water or worship the sun or anything that you decide to worship, no religion in this human world permits you to harass, to bully, to terrorize, to make someone uncomfortable in his natural habitat just because you feel like you're the boss. No religion permits you to do that. So always remember that. It's very, very important. Every religion discusses what is called peace, tolerance, patience. It's very, very important. So criminality has no patience, has no tolerance, has no endurance. Everything that they have, it's for their selfish purpose and their ideology. Everything that they have, they are not fighting for your interests. They are fighting to divide your interests and to make your situation worse. So whatever you have to do to bring peace, you need to do that. It's very important we educate ourselves, we enlighten ourselves to create peace. The essence of our religion is to, preserve peace, to manage peace, to promote peace, to have decency, to have standard moral values. It's very, very important. So these are things that I think and I decide to share. These are my point of views. These are how I think as a philosopher, as a socialist, as a humanitarian, as a peace ambassador. These are things that I think about, and I think it's very important we share and we find better ways to make ourselves better and to create peace. Peace is life. Peace is everything worth living for. All the soldiers and all the people fighting in wars and stuff like that, or fighting the kidnappers, the bandits, the terrorists, they are fighting for peace. So always remember that. Anybody supporting the terrorists or kidnappers or bandits, they are with the devil. They are not with the God, and they are not with the people. They are fighting against the people. So we must do all it takes to make sure that we are sane up here. Our mindset is sane. Don't go about terrorizing people and calling it a godly way. It has nothing to do with godly way, but the satanic way. So may the God that we worship in this holy month expose all those illnesses that we have in our society, with their sponsors, with their people that back them up, with whoever, supports them. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala expose them all. Whoever supports them, may they continue to be exposed and be shamed in the society. May they also feel the pain and agony that people have gone through, because people are still feeling the pain of their loved ones, their loved lost ones. The psychological effect, the emotional effect, the physical effect is still ongoing. The economical effect, the national effect as a country, may God expose these people. Amen. So this is what I have today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you share. I hope we make our society better. It's very important that we help ourselves be better. Learn to be humane from the heart. Learn to have good faith from the heart. Learn to wish every creation well. You know, if you love God and you are sure you love God, like the way every little thing people want to say, God, 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 God. They want to show you that they're most the holiest. Learn to respect all his creation. All his creation. It's only one God that has created all the creations. So learn to respect it. And when you respect it, then you are with God. You have a peaceful day. Have a nice day. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, 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 bye-bye.